Marston's Domain.
Hey everyone, Marson here, and today I want to talk about Animal Crossing New Horizons because after watching the Direct, it really does seem like this game has almost endless possibilities, but more so just always something to do. Because the way Animal Crossing is designed, to me it's a mixture of you do what you want, but there's also goals to go for. Because some sandbox games or sim games, it's just straight up, you do whatever you want and that's it. And then sometimes there's certain goals you can go for, but you can still do your own thing. This game I feel like is a mix of the two, and I feel like the only detriment I could think of when it comes to Animal Crossing, and mind you, I'm a huge fan of the series and the game, is that eventually, for me anyway, I would get to a point where I would feel like I didn't really have anything to do. I mean, I could get bells, but it was like I don't really feel like I need to get any more, and I have my town the way I have it and I like it. You start filling out the museum and it's like, well, I'm only missing this one fish and it's only going to come at this time, which, by the way, back then I guess I wasn't as into trying to get all the fish because I've still never done it, and I'm serious, I want to be one of the first or one of the earlier people to catch all the fish without changing the clock. So hopefully I am able to do that because I really want to do that. So I guess back then, I would just hit that point where it was like, well, I don't really want to just do that, which again is surprising because I really love fishing and games in general, but regardless, I just feel like with New Horizons, the way that it's designed, there really seems like there's actually always something to do, and it's going to be very difficult to get to a point where you're just all done. Because it does come down to the person, because someone could change a few things on their island and be like, I'm done. I don't really want to do anything else. But if you're into Animal Crossing, you'll want to really do as much as you can. And I feel like that plateau of just, well, I've kind of already done everything, just seems to almost not even be there. Because with this game, you have the stuff from the previous games, because you can customize your house with furniture and everything. You can get additions to your house. Doing all of that requires bells, so then you get loans from Tom Nook, and then you're getting bells to pay it off, and then the shop gets better when you pay off the loans, and then you can upgrade the house again, and then you pay off another loan, and then Tom Nook's store gets even bigger, and then you have the museum to fill out, and then you also got to keep your town nice and clean, so you're constantly plucking weeds and everything. But after a while, you get all the additions, you get the furniture you want, you're really filling out the museum, and with talking to the villagers, there was only so much you could do. I'm unfamiliar with New Leaf, it was the only one that I missed out on, but I'm assuming it was similar in that game too when it came to the villagers. And I do know there was more to buy with bells in New Leaf when it comes to the town in general. But with New Horizons, you have a plethora of things that you can buy for the island. You can buy furniture and place it in different spots. There's all these bridges, staircases, ladders, all sorts of things that cost a ton of bells. And you still have, from the previous games, the loans of adding onto your house. So you have to pay off those. And then you also have the Nook Miles, which are, to me, basically just achievements. And with that to me is a huge new addition, because if you're on one day and you feel like playing, but it's like, I don't really know what I want to do, you can just look through the Nook Miles thing and be like, you know what? I'm going to try to get this done. And that's amazing to me because, like I said, this game just lets you do whatever you want. So sometimes you're not really sure, what you want to do. And I'm sure eventually you'll do all the Nook Mile things. Who knows if it keeps getting more achievement things or if it eventually can be completed. Who knows at this point? I'm assuming it could probably get completed, but maybe they'll add more with updates. Who knows? And maybe it's really hard to do every single one. Maybe there's daily ones or monthly ones. Maybe there's more to it than we know. But depending on how many there are, and just in general, if there's a day where you're like, well, I don't really feel like doing anything else right now, let me just see what Nook Mile things I can do. And then maybe from there, you'll do one of those and be like, oh, wait a minute. I actually kind of want to change this around. Just from doing one of those Nook Mile things. Maybe it'll give you an idea on something else that you want to do. And then the fact that you can actually make patterns and put them on furniture, that adds a whole new layer of customization to where if you want to change the entire aesthetic of your island, that would be a whole project in itself, which, yeah, you could do that previously, but with the addition of patterns being on coffee mugs and pillows and stuff, there's just so much with that alone that's already adding to all of this in terms of things to do in the game. And then you even have the recipe and crafting system, which means that if you really don't know what you want to do, you could always be gathering materials because you're probably going to need them for something. And we haven't seen a ton on the crafting. There could be something that you can only get with crafting, you can't buy at a shop, and it takes a bajillion of some sort of material that's kind of hard to get. We have no idea. So already you had all the grinding of getting bells for loans in previous games. And now you have the bells for the loans, you have the bells for all the stuff you can do within the island for customization, whether it be the bridges, the staircases, all that stuff. Then you can be buying furniture for the island itself. And then while you're getting bells, you could be fishing. So you're fishing to get bells, you get new fish, you put them in the museum. And then as you're getting fish, then you're like, well, I haven't caught bugs in a while. So then you start catching bugs and start bringing those to the museum. And then this isn't even mentioning the different types of villagers that could be popping up on your island. You could be seeing some of the ones that come up on the shore. You could be seeing the ones that just pop up on your island in general. There's different types of events that can happen in the game. So again, I know some of this stuff is from previous games, but it's the fact that you have the previous stuff along with all of this new stuff. It's going to take so long for this game to hit that quote-unquote plateau that I used to experience when I played these games. Because for me, I would always have a ton of fun, but I'd hit that point where I was like, I don't really know what I want to do anymore, and I would kind of stop playing the game. Mind you, it took a long time. I remember as a kid, I played the first one a ton. But with this game, in my opinion, it got the quote-unquote Switch treatment, and it seems almost endless. And I think grinding stuff in this game is going to be a ton of fun. I've always been someone that likes to grind in games. I've played more hours of RuneScape than I even want to know, let alone admit. So to have this new crafting system in the game where you have to get the materials too, I think is so incredible. And you have to find the recipes as well. So we don't even know how that process is going to work in terms of getting all the recipes, or how long it's going to even take to get them. And we don't even know if maybe they're going to add more with updates. And that's where some of these updates, I know right now we just know about the holiday events, but if they start adding updates where there's new recipes, new just anything, that's going to keep us playing as well. So there is just so much to this game that it feels almost endless with the amount of playtime that we can have in this game. And with that Nook place being open 24/7, it does not matter what time you play. You can still be getting bells, and you can still just be doing stuff. So if there's something you want to craft, and you've been grinding it out, and it's 3 a.m., you can go in there and craft it. So this game, honestly, still blows me away with everything they've done, because it has everything I could have ever wanted and more. And I really can't wait to sink my teeth into this game March 20th. So that's all I really have to say about this. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all this. If you enjoyed this and want to support my content, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Take care, everyone.